Okay, welcome to part 5 of Three Kids on a Step. Going to do a very quick clone stamp lesson today. And so I'm going to take my clone stamp, and notice when I choose any tool from the toolbox, there are options that show up top. One of the options is the brush and softness. And the bigger the number, the higher the brush. The larger the number, the bigger the brush. The higher the softness number, the higher the softness of the brush. So notice when the softness is at 0, it's a very hard-edged brush. And when I turn the softness all the way up, it's a very, very fine sort of soft-edged brush. Okay, so we're going to deal with this little area right here, which looks more complicated than it actually is. The picture looks like it was basically almost ripped in half at one point, and now it's sort of in two different places. So this is actually a really simple fix. So notice I hit the shift key to change that to source, and I do a mouse click, and then I bring it over to here, and I just start bringing some of that where the bullseye is to the white where the plus sign is, and I'm going to stop it right about here, right about at that. Not moving anything except just holding the mouse down and painting, and it's taking from the bullseye and it's putting it into the paint plus sign. And it can go I can bring it all, basically all the way down to the edge, practically to the end. That kind of fixes that whole area. Okay, and then, I'm not sure why that's going up. And then this area right here, which is, again, another pretty simple fix. So I'm going to hit source here. I'm going to put a little bit of this to define the lattice. And then I'm going to continue. And so what's happening here is there's a little baluster, that little round end of the handrail is in front of this. So I'm going to kind of sort of round that off a little bit. And then again, I'm not even taking my hand off the mouse, just painting it straight all the way back down. Take some from here. Finish that up there. And the step and the baluster look pretty good. So we're getting toward the end of this. One of the things I'm going to do is to crop the whole image down. So I'm going to click on the crop tool. I'm going to pull it just to the shadow there, and I'm going to push this up here. We're going to get rid of that little ugly little white mess there. We're going to pull that up to there. You know what? Let's get rid of the shadow altogether. That, and we'll pull this down into here, and we'll make some nice sharp-edged corners. That looks pretty good there. And now I'm just going to deal. I have a few more places over here, but I think you guys understand got the hang of it. I'm going to fix in here, I'll fix in there, but it's nothing that I haven't shown you at this point. So let's go to adjustment, and let's go to auto black and white, which turns, oops, forgot to auto black and white. Forgot my extra little layer there. So I want to take this layer and click down to merge down. So now we only have one layer that contains everything. It looks like it got a little bit brighter when I did that. So I'm going to go to brightness and contrast. I'm going to pull the brightness down a little bit and move the contrast down a little bit too, because if I add more contrast, I'm just going to end up losing a lot of the detail in there. So let's pull that down a little bit, about 10 and 10. And if you click this, you can see compare, hold down. So that's where I was, that's where it is. It's made it a little bit, just a little bit darker. And then we'll go to Let's see. Curves, levels. Let's go to filter and see if we can find a little bit of that initial sort of warmness that we had with the sepia toner. All right, so that looks pretty good. Just enough so it's kind of sepia toned, which was an effect. It wasn't actually literally a toner back actually it continues today. You can use Kodak sepia toner to take a traditional black and white print and just add a little bit of warmth to it so it's not so coolish. And I think it's about right. So rag warm up to about, we'll do 75. I think that looks good. Apply that. And here we are so far. I think we're getting pretty close. The only last couple things I might do is clean up a little bit here, a little bit on the edges, the border, and there's a little something there, but we'll catch that one next time when we finalize this. And so, good job. Hang in there. It's a difficult project, but you guys are doing great.